Friends, welcome back to fUNfiltered, Marketing Talk for Authors. I am Carol Tetzlaff.
And I'm Sara Cormany.
And I'm Athena Dean Holtz. And here's the deal. We keep marketing real, practical, and well, just a little bit fun? No, I think maybe a lot of fun.
Right. And today's episode might sound shocking. We are saying it loud and clear. Stop posting about your book.
Did we really just tell all our authors not to post about the thing they have poured their heart and their soul into? Yes. Yes, in fact, we did.
Because here's the truth. If all your posts are buy my book, look at my cover, order now, your audience is like zoning out and scrolling right on past that.
Exactly. But don't panic. We're not going to leave you hanging. Today, we're going to show you the surprising pivot that actually works. It's all about shifting the spotlight from your product to your reader.
And here is the big shift. Stop posting about your product and start posting about your readers' problems.
Exactly. People don't care about your book, at least not at first. What they care about is themselves and their problems and their struggles and their needs. Yep. Every day we've all got struggles, and that's what's on their mind, not your book.
Yeah. Think about it. Your ideal reader isn't sitting at home saying, I hope Sara publishes a new devotional so I can buy it. They're sitting at home saying, I'm exhausted. I feel like my prayers don't work and I just need encouragement to get through the day.
Yes. And if you meet them right there in their problems or in their felt needs, suddenly your message feels relevant, it feels personal, and most of all, it feels needed.
Amen. Your book is the tool, but the problem is the hook.
Exactly. So let's talk about why constantly posting buy my book doesn't work. We're going to really address the pain point that we as authors feel so often, why our book posts fall flat.
And first, we have to realize that social media is not a bookstore. People aren't like scrolling on Instagram like they're browsing on Amazon. They're looking for connection. They're looking for inspiration. They're looking for encouragement. And as I often do, maybe they're just looking for a laugh at the end of their day, because we all definitely need one.
Especially now, my goodness. And when they see post after post with a book cover and a sales link, it just feels like a commercial break. So what do? They just scroll right on by.
Yeah, we've all done it. We scroll right past anything that screams ad.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But you know what? When you post something that speaks to a reader's heart, a story, a question, or even a piece of encouragement, suddenly they stop and they lean in.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the reality check. Book posts fall flat because they're all about you. Yeah. Impactful posts resonate because they're all about your reader.
Yeah. Oh. So what should you post? Let's get practical.
So instead of posting something like buy my devotional, share a short encouragement from your devotional that meets your reader in their everyday stress. One example could be, when I was struggling with anxiety, this verse anchored me. And that kind of post gives value immediately. And it also gives the idea or the truth that you've experienced it too. And so you are stepping out of your story and they can step inside.
Or if you've written a memoir, don't just post, here's my story, grab my book. Tell a short snippet about a real life struggle. Maybe the day everything changed for you. Then invite readers into that moment. And that's what's going to make them curious to know the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. Truth. For those who are old enough to know who that is.
I remember.
I do too. So we're either all old or we're very young and just well-read. So I'm going to go with that. So sorry about, throwing some fun in the middle of this, but here's what's next. If you've written nonfiction, let's say like a parenting book, answering questions that moms are already asking, like, what do I do when my kids fight nonstop? Or how do I carve out quiet time for myself? I'm still working on that one. And I think that might be a lifelong battle, but give them a tip. Be helpful first.
Exactly. The secret is really is to give, not just be asking. So give encouragement, give tips, and give stories that remind them that they are not alone.
All right. So now we're going to play a little game of before and after.
All right. So before, this is like what you would post before. So just so you understand the game. Before, here's what I would post. My book releases next week. Grab your copy today.
After, ever feel like your prayers are hitting the ceiling? That's where I was when God showed me this truth. It changed everything. And I go deeper into it in my new book.
See the difference? One's about you and your product. The other is about them and their need.
So good. All right, here's another one. Before, I just got a new shipment of books. Who wants one?
After, when I was in the thick of grief, I needed one sentence of hope to hold on to. That's what this chapter in my book was born out of. And I believe it might be the lifeline you need to.
See, that's the pivot. Readers connect with your why before they buy your what.
So good. So now we're going to jump into a mindset shift. This really comes down, this whole idea really comes down to that, a mindset shift where marketing isn't about hustling your product. It's about serving people.
So right. When you think of marketing as solving problems, encouraging hearts, and sparking curiosity, it stops feeling slimy. It starts feeling authentic, and it's just not as uncomfortable at all.
And the bonus is when you consistently serve your audience with value. By the time you do say my book is available, they're already leaning in. They already trust you. They've experienced your voice, your story. They know that you get them.
Yeah. And that's where marketing feels natural. You're not pushing. Instead, you're inviting them into something.
This is I am yes, yes, yes. This is such an important thing because all I know is every time I see someone who is just all about their book and buy my book, I just tune them out. In fact, I want to block them because I don't need that.
Right. Well, Athena, you're getting ready to launch a book, and I have noticed that on your social media that you've done a couple things. So do you want to talk about number one, the value you've gave, but then number two, you invited the people that you are speaking to just the opportunity to give you some input as to even what they want or how often they want it.
Yes, I at Carol's suggestion, I started a new Facebook group specifically around the topic of standing firm in the battle that we're all in a spiritual battle. And by starting that group, I started out the first week with just a live every night for 10 minutes, just to kind of share some of the concepts that are in my book, but would help them understand how to recognize when the enemy is at work in your life, where sometimes we just get mad at the person or we just, turn them off instead of realizing the enemy's doing something here. So I did that kind of 5-day live. And then I said, okay, everybody, what do you want to do? Do you want me to come once a week live? And do you want me to, do a couple times a week? What? Just trying to gauge what would work best for them, so that then as I continue to throw in to the group different questions and thoughts around being in a spiritual battle, how do we handle that? How do we recognize all those things? Just really asking questions to help them identify things that they've gone through in their life where they've seen the enemy come in and create a church split, or a crazy fight on the way to church with your spouse, or all those things. So it's fun. We're just like 2 weeks in, to maybe 2.5 weeks in, and I'm not really necessarily saying my book's coming out, buy it. I'm just adding value and helping them understand, so that they'll probably want to buy the book when it comes out, but I just want to serve them with what God has taught me.
That's so good. So good.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up with the big takeaway. Stop posting about your book.
But start posting about your readers' problems, needs, and even dreams.
And that's how you're going to create posts that connect deeply, that build trust with your reader, and that actually do sell your books.
And hey, if you're listening right now and thinking, well, this makes sense, but I wish I had ongoing training and a community to help me put it into action.
That's exactly why we created Book Marketing Pro Academy. It's where we go even deeper into strategies like this, give you weekly coaching, and surround you with a community of authors who are learning and growing together.
It's like having a team in your corner, cheering you on and answering your questions, and helping take the overwhelm, which we've all been there, out of marketing.
So if you're ready to stop guessing and start growing, head over to bookmarketingproacademy.com.
We would love to have you join us.
So until then, keep serving your readers well, and we'll see you next time on fUNfiltered, Marketing Talk for Authors.